Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay.
These are likely fragments of an... Looks like there were more... Let's split up and search.
Is this what we're searching?
This is definitely a...
How did it end up buried in the sand? They must have been attacked.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be...
Razak didn't display...
We should be able to catch...
One more thing. I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone...
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring!
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is!
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears!
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you... Dia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look...
This comp...
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the Dia. You'd be better off as...
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting King Deshret.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret.
It's not too late yet. The village keep... Mad scholars aren't gonna bring King...
You don't understand, my dear lady.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up...
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. With these scholars in our...
Ridiculous. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're all...
They look more like pawns of the academia. Filthy traitors.
It's Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no val- These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand...
Wait, you can't be...
So...
Precisely.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you and...
Well, that would be bad luck for... However, I'm not trying to...
You were the scrub.
Not all desert dwellers...
You academia scum.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't...
We've known each other for...
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their... Come on, Raman.
But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're merc.
You're not wrong.
Let's do it right here, then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Rama...
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go.
That's not for you to
Do it!
Dia! Run!
Stop!
What's wrong?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave.
Phew. I was really counting on...
Dia! That was...
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay.
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with if it came down to it.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But even if we got rid of...
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get moving.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
You're all here so early!
Looks like we have everyone...
I'll watch from a safe distance.
Okay,
Dia, wait.
what's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless.
Fine.
No more tricks up your sleeve!
Cue the spotlight!
And voila! Here comes the finale.
Where do you think Pulverize! How regretful.
And now I'll make it all disappear. Just kidding.
Bring it!
Huh. They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon over...
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. You brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only...
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man.
It's a 1-for-1 exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind...
You stay right there!
Playmate! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here?
You coward! Why are your hands shaking?
Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Grandpa! Paimon's dizzy.
This day's going just...
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said. The dendro archon. The present.
Grandpa? Grandpa?
Hey, look around.
Did there used to be a temple?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed the symbols on the gate belonged to King. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise King Genshin!
What's he doing?
They must have fallen down here with... Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't...
He's not...
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from 2 major deities or...
Paimon thought you weren't...
Indeed. New discoveries are...
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. King Deshret will take care of his people. Right now...
Let the wind lead.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Rama.
Huh? Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want. But there's...
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about.
It does seem kinda strange.
Now disappear! A round of applause!
Ready, steady, go!
comes the finale.
Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
It's getting brighter. Oh, it looks so beautiful.
Wait, what's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something
These are King Deshret runes.
They left something but
What does it say?
here lies our... His wisdom is a miracle among the people.
You can read ancient King Deshret?
Of course.
He's not serious.
There's still the scent of...
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a... Excellent. There's a device from King...
Isn't sharing knowledge against the acad...
Yes. However, under the you'll understand after watching it.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
What was that?
The priest's...
No. Greater Lord Rukkad...
But...
Was that?
You might be distrustful of the Akasha. You've just witnessed...
I've never... The surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered in King Deshret's death. The all but total annihilation of our civilization. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor. They stabbed us in the back.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed it, how could I ever be?
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to...
Dia, my eremites.
Hey, how you...
I should probably go.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know. But please.
It's not gonna be...
Well, I guess that's for me to deal.
When would be a good time?
Tomorrow, and I'll return every last...
You seem to finally understand.
Yes.
That must have been rough. But he seems to have
Ramon's no fool. It's too bad he was held back by his...
The outcome...
We should get going too.
Hmm.
Sino, we're leaving!
Stop.
Yep. Bring it!
Finally, some target practice.
Step right up.
Spread your wings and raise a storm! Where do you think you're going? No. Goodbye, but we'll meet again.
And now I'll make it all disappear. Just kidding.
Raman?
Everything's been arranged.
I guess all I can...
Don't mention. But
where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell.
We've been all over the desert!
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no! Make it...
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turned...
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise...
So, your superiors have kept you quiet.
They, want...
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm real. They extract divine canned knowledge.
I really don't...
Well, you better start talking or you'll be...
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything.
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. It may seem as if Sumeru's the withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like...
Continue.
And then, the doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first... the sages looked down at him in disdain, but he asked them.
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the...
First, the Academia spent a law. After that, with the doctor's help, and the Akasha next...
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge...
Call it an educated guess? Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Sure, if it's knowledge no more...
You must have noticed by now, it is as if they are cursed with a desire for some organism. This is but a...
Then what does Lesser... Is she not a true...
From the beginning, when the Academia, they found that at the... Not to mention that slowly but surely...
So...
All right, let's try to... Raman, give me a few men to help...
Sure.